Let's talk about it. Hey guys, it's your girl Nikki. Welcome back. This is chapter 2 and let's talk about it. So today we're going to talk about my childhood of being visually impaired. It's a lot, so I'm going to sum it up as quick as I can. So I'll start off at me being in childcare. I remember the childcare I was at and my teacher, Miss C. She was a really, really nice teacher. I remember this lady that used to come in and read books to us. We'll have circle time. And I do remember me always sitting in the front. And so I guess my teacher paid attention to it and she kind of spoke to my mom about it. I don't know at the time if my mom knew, but just after that, I kind of remember going to the doctors all the time, just to see like what's going on. Then eventually when I get older, what I can remember is the doctors telling my mom that pretty much no glasses will help. And most people vision is 20/20, mine is 20/800. So, you'll see me in a lot of videos with wearing shades. It's because my eyes are blurry. And let me explain that a little bit. My eyes are blurry and also the light, it makes my eyes are sensitive to the light. So even if I take off my shades and there's no light, my eyes are still blurry. All right, got that out the way. So let's go back to my childhood. So yeah, kindergarten, didn't really know anything, all in elementary. I just realized in elementary that I would have this really large piece of paper that I would be reading off of or doing math, and while the other kids had a normal size paper. But other than that, playing with the kids, everything seemed normal. Middle school, pretty much the same thing. High school, that's when things are starting to be a little bit different. I know for me, when I first started high school, there was this table, and anybody that watches this video that personally knows me, that went to the same high school with me, knows. It was this table literally called the blind table. And it was literally right by the main building, by the steps. So I guess freshman year, if you're new, you went to that table. So I went to that table for my first year. And I'm like, I'm not feeling this. I don't like it. So I began to talk to other kids and I'm like, hey, my name is such and such. I'm visually impaired. Can you help me out with this? And they did, kids helped me. I never really got teased about it in high school or even middle school, elementary, or anything like that. So after that, I just started hanging around the other kids. I don't want to say regular kids because nobody is regular, or I don't want to use the normal word because nobody is normal. So I'm going to just say the other kids. And, it was interesting. Nobody treated me different. They wanted to know why I was going to this one particular classroom so often, and I didn't feel like explaining it to them. I was just saying because they just make stuff bigger for me. Okay? So that's pretty much how my schooling stuff went. Far as activities, when I was in middle school, it's this program called Braille. And this lady, one of my friends was going to Braille. So they told me about it. I told my mom about it. And so this lady came out to the house. She talked to my mom about it and said, hey, I really want your daughter to join. It'll be something really cool. And I'm so happy that I did go because I actually met my best friend there. We have been friends since 7th grade and we're now 32. So I started going to Braille. They will have different programs for visually impaired, totally blind kids. We will do swimming, we'll do cooking, just different cool things. And we actually go on trips. I've been to San Francisco, I don't know how many times. I've been water rafting, rock climbing. I've done a lot of things. Some of my cousins will even get mad and be like, oh man, I wish I can go with you. But I'm like, yeah, too bad you're not blind. I would make a joke about it, but it was really cool. And also there was this another program called the Foundation for the Junior Blind, also in LA. Both of them were in LA. And this one was a camp. My best friend told me about this one again. And it was awesome. Actually, it got burnt down a couple of years ago in Malibu, Camp Bloomfield. I love that camp. Horseback riding, swimming. I mean, we did so many things that I would never think I would be able to do because I was visually impaired. So I can honestly say I had a fun childhood being visually impaired. And I hope, this inspires someone that has a child, or maybe a child is watching this, that, talk to your parents or talk to kids about different programs in your city or state, because they do have things for kids to get involved in, because they will feel left out. In my high school year, I start kind of feeling funny. All of my friends and cousins were starting to get their driver's license. And I'm like, well, I got this bus pass on deck. This is all I'm gonna have while everybody else is getting their license. But I was happy for them. I was really, really happy for them. I was excited that, somebody got their license, so now I can get a ride with them. That's how I pretty much looked at it. But, it was fun times. In my adult years, things got a little bit different, got a little bit harder. But I thank God for all the help that was around me, all the people that pretty much supported me through anything I kind of wanted to do, and even this. So, kind of went back on memory lane a little bit with you guys, and I hope I inspired somebody to kind of think about it that's visually impaired, like I said, that's an adult or a child, to get into some type of activities. Just because you have a disability, that doesn't mean that you can't do different things. If you have a brother and sister that has no vision problem, don't think you can't do what they're doing. It might take you a little bit longer to do it, but you can try to do it. So I'm gonna summons this up, and so I want you guys to share, like, and subscribe, and all that other stuff. And there will be a part 2 on chapter 2 on my childhood and adult life. See you next time.